Welcome to yoga. Today we're going to focus on and physically in our bodies on lateral bending, but just it's a function of the spine. We do a lot of flexion, extension, rotation. Lateral bending is not something that in our functional lives we use a lot, but it's comes into play in some of the more complex poses. Anyway, we're going to be stretching our sides and seeing how it is to breathe in a lateral posture, and we are going to focus on interoception, which we talked about maybe last time, maybe 2 times ago. Anyway, connecting mind and body, looking inside, strengthening the connection, this time focusing on our heart and our circulatory system. So that's it, and you won't need any special props other than the ones that you like to have nearby if you like to use a block or a blanket or anything to modify the poses to suit you. So start by, move inside, so however you want to be, seated or supine. Just get comfortable. Begin that inward journey that should be a little bit second nature now, but don't let it become rote. Really have the intention to listen to sensations, to feel inside. Check yourself out. Check out your physical body inside, what you feel going on in terms of sensation. Any areas that might feel tight, or if everything feels, or most things feel good, alive. Notice emotions, where you are, how you're starting off the practice. If you're bringing in something that's been going around in your mind, bothering you, if you're upset or happy or however you are coming into practice, just be aware of that. See how maybe that changes over practice or intensifies. Just bring your awareness to your breath, and again, just notice the breath you came in with, how your breath is moving through your body. And now just begin to even out your breath and maybe slow it down a little, even it out. Just by bringing your awareness to your breath, it will gradually change. So before we start our meditation, which again, I'm going to give credit to Wim Hof. This is from his book, as were the last 2 meditations that we did. The V breath last time, and 2 times ago, the interoception of the breath. So this is connecting the mind and the body, making a conscious connection with the heart and your circulatory system. So, eyes are closed. Just start by going back to the sensation of breath in your body. So as you inhale and exhale through your nose, just easy, slow, deep, even breaths. Feel the breath in your body. Notice where the breath enters through your nose, exits. Notice how the body moves. Your body moves with the inhale and the exhale. Just a few breaths, focusing on the movement of breath in your body. Make sure that you're relaxed, so consciously relax your face, your jaw, your neck. Let your body sink into the mat. Let your shoulders, if you're seated, come down from your ears. But do, if you're seated, keep your spine tall and straight. So just gently lengthening up through the crown of your head. Now bring your awareness to your heartbeat. So your heart, you know where your heart is in your chest, nestled in next to the left lung. And just bring your awareness there, visualize the heart there, and connect to your heartbeat. So your awareness is right where your heart is. Connect to the beat of your heart where you can feel the heart beating. And now as you breathe and focus on the feeling, or maybe a sound or vibration of your heart beating, and just notice anywhere in your body where you can feel the heartbeat, where you can feel the blood pulsing through your body. So you might feel your heart, the pulsing in your head or in your ears or in your fingers. Everyone's different, and this practice is about sharpening the sensitivity to the heartbeat and to the blood flowing through your body. So now visualize that with every inhalation, oxygen-rich blood is flowing from your lungs to your heart, to every part of your body, through that amazing network of blood vessels that could wrap around the earth 2.5 times. Imagine how your blood provides oxygen and nutrients to organs and muscles and transports waste products via like carbon dioxide to your liver, kidneys, and lungs. So just, you're making that connection, conscious awareness of the beating of your heart, the nutrients, oxygen moving out through the vessels in your body to all the muscles and organs everywhere, and then returning to release the byproducts, the things you no longer need that have been exchanged with the oxygen. Reconnect with your heartbeat, wherever you feel it. Very relaxed. Just focusing on the beating of your heart and the awareness of the blood moving through your body. You may try focusing on different parts of your body, your hands or your feet, and seeing if you can notice the pulsing of the heartbeat even far from the heart. Just open to that. You may not feel it. Find a place where you can feel it. This is a practice, opening to sensitivity, and the more you do it, the greater your sensitivity will be. And now release that practice, that's meditation, from focusing on your heartbeat, and just come back to your breath. Slow, deep, even breath. But that practice, a couple of minutes per day, can be deeply relaxing, and it can deepen the connection between your mind and your body, your consciousness and your body. And it's a great tool for wellness. Now take a few moments to create an intention for your practice. Something you'd like to take away today. Repeat the word or words in your mind a few times. Stow it away. It's always there to come back to during practice to help you focus. And we will begin practice today supine, so remove any props from your mat and come on over to your back. Stretch out long on the mat. On an inhale, bring your arms back up overhead. Spread your toes, your feet are flexed, toes up toward the ceiling. Spread your finger base and just gently stretch in two directions, out through the soles of your feet, out through your fingertips, top of your head. Inhale, exhale, relax a little bit. One more time. Inhale, lengthen two directions. Exhale, relax a bit, not all the way. And on your next inhale, lengthen through your right leg and right arm. So stretch up the right side. Exhale, release. Next inhale through the left arm and out through the left leg. So just gentle stretch up the left side of your body. Exhale, release. This time diagonal, stretch out on the inhale through the right foot, left arm. Exhale, release. Slow, deep, even breath. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, release. And then one more time, full body stretch out through both feet, both arms. Exhale, release. Pull your both knees into your chest on an exhale. Take a hold around the thighs or their shins, and just take any movement that feels good here. So this is flexing your hips. You can roll around on your sacrum, anything that feels good. And then lengthen your legs out again. And bring your arms overhead. Walk the right foot out a few inches and then bring the left leg to meet it. And keep walking your right foot out until you get to the stretch that feels good. You may take your left ankle over your right ankle or not, and then take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and bring your left arm over your head so you're getting into a crescent shape, a banana shape, keeping your hips on the ground, shoulders on the mat, and just gently stretch all the way up the left side of your body, from your left toes, feet, all the way up out your left arm. So not aggressive here. Just breathe all into the left side of your body. Slow, deep, even breaths. Relax your face. So you're flat on the mat, so you're in one plane. So when we begin to do the lateral stretches in different postures, we're going to try to stay in one plane like this. Okay, then release your arms first, and then your legs. Come back to center. Take one long stretch here to get even again, both reaching out both ways. And then we'll do that to the other side. So walk your left leg out incrementally, bit by bit. Bring the right leg to meet it. Cross ankles if that works. And then take a hold of the right wrist with your left hand and bring your arms over your head. Notice that they're next to your ears. And then breathe into the stretch all the way from your right foot up through your armpit, out through your right fingers. Notice sensation as you breathe into the right side of your body. And then release your arms first. Come back to center, legs back to center. One more full body stretch. Really lengthen out. And then on the exhale, bring your belly in, bring both knees into your chest, and take any movement here that feels good. You can rock, circle your knees around your hips. Take any movement that feels good before coming up to all fours. So you can rock up or come up from your side, but come on up to a tabletop position, all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers, pressing just a little bit more into the base of your fingers. Take some pressure off your wrists. Press down into spread your toes and then press down into the tops of your feet. And begin some gentle cat-cow. So the inhale is spinal extension, belly, chest drop. Exhale, round your cat back like a cat. Tuck your tailbone, chin to chest. Just open up your back through flexion and extension, your spine. Moving slowly and mindfully with your breath. Remember, any pose you can do with your eyes closed helps to sharpen your inner interoception, pteroception. Couple more. And the next time you come to an exhale, let your hips go right back over your heels, child's pose.
Any arms you want by your side, head resting on your arms out in front. Just release everything as quickly as you can. Let it melt right down into the mat and breathe. Come back to your breath. Perhaps come back to the sensation of your heartbeat. And then inhale back up to all fours. We're going to do a 3-breath vinyasa here. So starting from tabletop, inhale, take your right leg back, parallel to the mat, foot is flexed, reach out through the bottom of your foot. On an exhale, bring your belly in and bring your knee toward your nose. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bring the knee out to the side toward your elbow. Inhale, lengthen the leg back, point your toe, cross the right leg over the left, and side bend. Turn to look at your right toes. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale, on the right side still, inhale, back, exhale, knee to nose. Move slowly with your breath. The second exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, point. Exhale, cross and look. One more time on the right side. Move with your own breath. Not my words. And the third time, when you cross your leg over and turn to look, hold here. Breathe up the right side of your body. And then come back to tabletop, come back into child's pose just to give your wrists a break. And then inhale back to tabletop, and we'll do that same vinyasa, 3-breath vinyasa to the left. So inhale, brings your left leg out, foot is flexed, reach back. Exhale, stomach in, knee to nose, belly in, I should say. Inhale, lengthen, flexed foot. Exhale, knee out toward the elbow. Inhale, left leg back, point your toes, cross it over, turn to look. Okay, so we'll go through that sequence 2 more times. Time to your own breath. Slowly moving mindfully. If you can have your eyes closed, try that. And the third round, when you cross your leg over, you may not be there yet, but when you get there, hold for a few breaths, breathing into the stretch up the left side of your body. And when you finish that, set yourself back into child's pose. This time, keep your arms in front. Stretch your hands out. Spread your finger base. Take a breath. The next inhale, lift your chest up a little bit and walk your hands out to the right. Keep them shoulder distance apart. and then settle back down on the exhale and take a few breaths. Extended child's pose. Breathe into the stretch from your left hip out through your left fingertips. Slow, deep, even breath. And on your next inhale, rise up a little bit, walk your hands back to center, take one breath in center. And on your next inhale, walk your hands out to the left, keeping your hands shoulder distance apart, fingers spread, press into the mat with your hands, the tops of your feet. Send the breath up the right side from your right hip out through your right fingertips. Inhale, come back to center. Bring yourself up to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Bring your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take any movement here in down dog. Perhaps pedal your feet. Knees can be very bent or legs more straight. Do let your head hang. Neck is loose. Reach up through your tailbone. Send your sacrum up to the sky, the ceiling. Let gravity lengthen out your spine. Press equally into your hands and down through your heels. And then walk your feet up to your hands. Come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend at the front of your mat. Knees can be bent a lot or a little. Any arms you want, you can hold on to opposite elbows. So let gravity, the weight of your upper body, lengthen out. Release your low back. Just a couple more breaths here. And then best way for you, safest way for you, come all the way up to standing. And our first standing pose will be mountain pose. So look at your feet, lift and spread your toes, broaden so that as much of the whole of the bottom of your feet, toes are giving you a foundation there. Balanced on the four corners of your feet. Press down into the mat. Kneecaps will come up, slight activation in your quadriceps. Take a little tuck in your tailbone without squeezing your glutes. And then align your shoulders over your hips, over your ankles. So you might want to roll your shoulders up and open a little bit. Externally rotate your arms. So your thumbs are pointing, palms are facing forward. Spread your fingers. Reach your arms down, shoulders down from the ears. Bring your chin back just a little and lengthen through the crown of your head. Close your eyes if you can. Perhaps bring your awareness back to the beating of your heart. Reconnect with your breath too. Slow, deep, even. Let go of any effort not needed. And reconnect with your beating heart.
Open your eyes and we'll begin with some sun breath. So keeping your fingers spread, broad base with your feet. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead and palms touch, and then moon breath right down to the heart. Couple more. Inhale all the way up, exhale down to the midline. Your gaze can follow your hands if that works with your neck. Nice slow breath. And last one. Now bring your right hand, have your feet as close together as you can so that big toes touching and maybe the heel's not touching but kind of close. Let your right hand rest on your right thigh. Inhale, bring your left arm up, fingers are spread. Exhale, pull your belly in, side bend toward the right. Let your right hand slide down your right thigh. Now here you want the left arm to be over your ear. So you want to stay in the one plane. You don't want to bend forward or bend back. And just breathe. So inhale, breath goes right up the left side from the foot pressing down to the earth and the left fingers reaching out. Stretch all the way up the left side. This might feel a little awkward breathing here. So if it's too much, you can always back off a little bit. Close your eyes if you can, if you want to. Slow, deep, even breaths. And then inhale, come back up. Let the left arm come down. Take a breath or two in neutral. And then we'll try that to the other side. So left arm on left thigh. Inhale, right arm up, fingers spread on both hands. Exhale, side bend to the left, keeping your arm by your ear. Inhaling up the right side. Keep the right foot pressing down, right fingertips reaching out. Inhale up, arm down. And now we're going to do a few half suns with a lateral bend. So it'll be a 3, I don't know how many breaths it'll be. Just follow me for the first one. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, tilt your tailbone up, swan dive forward, bend your knees as much as you want. Forward bend. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend left. Up. So that's the sequence. I didn't count how many breaths, so we'll do it a couple more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, lateral to the right. Inhale up. Lateral to the left. Inhale up. All right, one more time and time to your own breath. And we will meet in mountain pose. That was 4 breaths. I finally counted it on the last time. So meet in mountain pose. Just a few breaths, coming back. Feel the energy moving through your body. Know, imagine, sense the heart beating, sending the oxygenated blood out to every cell in your body, every organ. And now turn to face the long edge of your mat. Spread your feet wide apart. Inhale, bring your arms up shoulder height. Lift and spread your toes. Press down through your feet. Spread your fingers. Reach out and lift up through the crown of your head. 5 lines of energy, down through both feet, out through both fingers, both hands, and up through the crown of your head. So your shoulders aren't coming up to your ears, they're staying down, lifting up. Few breaths. Now bring your hands to your hips. And you're going to bend forward at the hip crease right here, keeping a straight spine. So you might want to block here in front. Or you can use your legs for support, coming forward with a flat back. So your goal here is to reach out like we do in tabletop or the half lift. This is a half lift with wide legs. So Ardha Prasarita Padottanasana. That's a big long word. So just stay here, whether your hands are on the block or on the mat. You might be able to walk your feet out a little wider. And then see if you've got any more flexion. Get as low as you can with keeping your back straight and flat. And then you can round down. If your hands are on the floor, you can round down. Now keeping your hips right between your ankles. So just rock back to bring the hips back behind the ankles, and then rock forward, bring them forward, and then find that middle space so that your hips are right in the middle of your legs. And then keeping them right there, walk your hands forward. So your legs, the lower half of your body's not moving. Arms coming forward into a wide leg down dog. And let your chest move toward your thighs. Press down through both hands. Lift your tailbone up. Let your head hang. Roll your shoulders out just a little bit so your back doesn't sag. Your spine here is neutral. Now walk your hands back in. Perhaps heel toe your feet a little closer together. Bring your hands to your hips, keeping your back strong and long. Come all the way up. Now you still want your feet to be wide apart. Lift your left heel and rotate it back. Pivot on your right heel. Bring your right toes toward the short edge of your mat. So we're going to move into some open hip postures. Start with your hands on your hips. Take your right knee over your right ankle. Shoulders are squared to the long edge of your mat.
right knee over right ankle. Inhale, arms out to shoulder height, fingers are spread. Take your gaze over the middle finger of your right hand. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to do dancing warrior, so we're going to put 3 poses together, moving with the breath. So start here with an inhale, lengthen up, your spine's coming straight up. Exhale, and then inhale, turn your right palm up, left hand to your left thigh, and side bend, woo. Reverse warrior, take an inhale and exhale in each pose. Inhale, exhale, and then on your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, reach out through your right arm, bring your right forearm to your thigh, Parsvottanasana. Your arm can go up over your ear, stay on your hip, come back to your sacrum. So take an inhale and exhale here. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. So your legs stay the same. So just move between these 3 poses, time to your own breath. You can have 2 breaths for each or 1, whatever works for you. Just have a little vinyasa here. Warrior 2 is in the middle. Reverse warrior on one side, bent side angle on the other. If you're drawn to holding in any pose, that's a good choice too. You can hold a pose for a few breaths. And wherever you are, come back to center. So parallel your feet. And we'll try the other side. And since we've already done it on one side and you kind of know the logistics, you can make this vinyasa suit you any way you want. So you can, as I said, move 2 breaths for each posture or move on 1 breath, hold. Okay, so this time the right heel goes back a little bit, left toes pivot toward the short edge, left knee over left ankle. Just clarify that your shoulders are parallel to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, arms shoulder height. So make sure your foundation feels right, and then take your gaze around to the middle finger of your left hand. Virabhadrasana 2. And then on an inhale, turn your palm up, right hand to your right thigh, and reach back. And then moving to Parsvottanasana, or through back to warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, settle in a little bit. Inhale, reach out. Stretch up the right side. Arm can be behind your back, so the chest is open here. You're trying to stay in the plane, not breaking it forward or breaking it back.
Inhale brings you back up to Virabhadrasana. And then you can begin again. So don't do what I'm doing, do what you're doing. I'm just doing it to kind of tell how long we've been here. Do keep your breath even and slow and deep. Do keep your awareness in your body. So just take a little bit to finish up your sequence on this side, and we will come back and meet in mountain pose. So don't rush, take your time. I don't think you can ever be in mountain pose too long. When you come to mountain pose, get into it mindfully. Come back to the awareness of your heart beating. Always appropriate to move your gaze, your drishti, to the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Sometimes you can might even, it's not something to aspire to, but it might happen, that you see lights and movement that mirrors your heartbeat, so a pulsing in your vision of your third eye. And then open your eyes, inhale, arms up, exhale, forward, hold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Step your feet back into down dog. And take any movement you like in down dog. Let's just hold down dog for a couple breaths. Lift your tailbone, press down into the ball mounts of your fingers, especially. Press down through your heels. Head is heavy. Slight rolling out of your shoulder blades so that your chest isn't sagging. And then on an inhale, bring your knees to the mat. Take your legs out to the side. Come over onto your seat and lower yourself down onto your back. If you have a block, take it and place it under your sacrum, the flat side. I probably should have said we were going to use a block, but you can do an alternate pose for this. So choice here is to do a supported bridge where the block is, the flat block side of the block is under your sacrum, the largest area. And
just have a bridge position, supported with no effort, or legs up. So bring both legs up, inversion. This is supported shoulder stand. You could also do this against a wall. Legs up the wall is a great, really nice restorative pose. So here, we're thinking about the circulatory system. We're reversing, taking some pressure off the heart, or just reversing blood flow with gravity. And it's nice for your brain because now it's easier for the blood to flow to the brain because your hips are above your heart. I suppose it's also harder for the blood to get up into your feet, but oh well, this is good for the brain. While you're here, you can rotate ankles, wrists. You don't have to hold still. You can have your legs wide. Baddha Konasana. We're just going to stay here, or if this doesn't work for you, the supported bridge or the supported shoulder stand, please give yourself anything your body is asking for before Shavasana. So you've gotten a lot of practice in listening to your body. So do what your body's asking for. Just for another minute or so. One of my teachers always gives us 5 minutes before Shavasana to do whatever our body's asking for or whatever we want to do. And at the beginning, it was kind of intimidating. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But then I learned that really, if you listen to your body and just kind of work from instinct, you'll see what your body wants, and you'll do it. It's all about the practice. So now, gradually move toward your Shavasana. Legs up the wall is a great Shavasana, or legs on the block takes a little more effort, so probably against the wall is better because you want your Shavasana to be symmetrical, balanced, and with least amount of effort. So, because it's about Shavasana is about surrender, letting go of bodily effort, mental effort, just accepting everything in the moment as it is. You also want to be comfortable, so make sure you're warm enough. Use any props like a belly bag for weight on your midsection, or a blanket rolled under your knees. An eye bag can be really nice. So find your Shavasana, and it's the breath that we maintain during practice. Just let it go. There's not any pranayama
in Shavasana. There's not meditation in Shavasana. If you want to maintain a drishti of your third eye, that's appropriate, but otherwise it's just an overall awareness of pretty much everything that's going on, but not attaching to anything. And gently bring your awareness back to the space. Just begin to deepen your breath and wake up your body slowly and gently. And best way for you, come up to a seated posture. Don't rush it, just let it happen. Find a comfortable place to rest your hands And gently lengthen up through the crown of your head. And come back to our opening meditation just for a few rounds of breath, finding your heartbeat. Noticing where you feel the blood pulsing through your veins, your arteries. Knowing that it's bringing oxygen all around your body, and also carrying the waste products where they need to go. And then I invite you to bring your hands palms together, thumbs at your heart space, bow gently toward your fingers. Bow to your efforts today, this willingness to keep looking within and finding what's there. So Patanjali, thousands of years ago, in the Yoga Sutras, defined yoga as the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. And as yoga has been westernized and evolved, there are different definitions of yoga. Some of them are more witty or play on words. And one of those that I like is yoga is, now I've forgotten it. Well, one of them is yoga is not about working out, it's about working in. And another is, I might be paraphrasing a little bit here, but it's yoga is not about learning something new, but about discovering what's already there. Next week I'll have that down better. But anyway, thank you for practicing. And the light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste. I should have written those things down. I can't trust my mind to bring them up anymore. Anyway, thanks for coming. Have a great day, and I will see you here next week. And after that, I will be gone for 3 weeks, so there will not be a new practice after this for 3 weeks after next week, the 17th. But you can always go back and do older practices. So that's just a little heads up. And I'll see you here next week. Bye.